Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm finally here with another video of actual nails instead of just hauls and stuff like that. So I've got my nails here. As you can see, I've done my right hand. They're looking a bit dry, but that's my own fault because I don't wear cuticle oil like I should. This is what this hand is looking like. I do accidentally file it and like catch it with my e-file and stuff, so it is looking a bit worse for wear, but it's all good. I'm going to be using the green smoothie bit today, which is this one from Willow Academy, because I want to remove like majority of the bulk, get them quite thin and then sort of start again, because I find that that's the easiest way to use the Glitterbels Builder Gel, because I find that it's quite difficult to get. I think I mentioned it in the last video, but I love the Builder Gel in terms of it's nice and it lasts ages. It's really good in that respect. I just don't like how thin it is. It makes it quite difficult, I think. I usually do 1 or 2 nails at a time, depending on how warm or cold my nail room is. If it's quite cold, then I'll do 2 nails, but it is quite thin, so I do tend to just stick to doing 1 or 2, which is why I like to get it down to a nice thin coat anyway. It's just so I can sort of start afresh and get that nice even layer, basically, instead of having to get this bit down here as thick as the rest of the nail, basically. So I'm just using my green smoothie to file this down, and then I'm finally I'm going to get back into doing videos on my own nails. It's been nice having both hands the same for a while, but I'm going on holiday in a few weeks, just for a week in the UK. But very much looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming. I've not had any time off work this year yet, and obviously with moving as well, it's been quite full on. So I'm very much looking forward to it. But that'll be the time where I'll have them both the same and just infill them, because I'm going in 3 weeks, so it's good timing. So for the next week or two, I'm going to have fresh nails on my left hand to be able to use my peel off base coat with and create designs for videos, so I can get some scheduled finally, because it's been a while since I was in a routine and I really miss it, to be honest. So let's get back into it. I miss talking to you all as well and seeing your comments and stuff, and so I'm looking forward to getting back into that. But isn't it crazy how much longer your nails look when the colour is gone? Very strange. I'm not removing everything that's on the nail. There is quite a thick layer of a rubber base coat underneath this builder, which you would have seen me do in the original video of me doing this set that's on. And I'm leaving that there, because it's just good strength. Obviously I'm going to put some more on anyway, but I do like having a good layer of rubber base underneath. So I'm just speeding through this because I don't have a great deal amount of time before my first client is going to be due to get here. So I want to just at least get all this off, get my cuticle sorted and my nails shaped, ready for the next step that I can do when the first client leaves, before my second one arrives. So as you can see, this cuticle bit makes it so easy to remove bulk, and I love this shaped bit. This one and the purple willow are my absolute favourite for debulking from Willow Academy. And then once I've done that, and I feel like they're relatively smooth as well, that is where I will stop. Just going to get rid of the dust. You can hear a whirring noise in the background. It is my heater. It's absolutely freezing today. But this is what we're working with anyway. So I'm now going to do my cuticle prep. So I'm going in with Anastasia bit. I'm just going to use that to get the skin off my nail plates, basically. I'm not putting pressure on, and I'm working at an angle that is the same as my nail plates. I'm not digging in, I'm working like that. Just tickling the skin, but making sure to push the cuticle, to push the dead skin out of the way, like so. So satisfying. To be fair, it's not been too long since I did the nails. I think it's only been about 3 weeks, so I've not got a great deal of growth or dead skin, so that's good. It's so easy to be more forceful on your own nails, but I do try not to. That. Just going to get my duster again and dust off the dust, and just make sure to brush downwards instead of upwards, because I don't want to push the dust back up under my cuticles. So as you can see, they're not in too bad condition, to be fair. And then I'm going to get a sanding band on my mandrel bit. I've done the fine sanding bands from Willow Academy, just because they're 240 grit and I don't need anything else basically for the natural nail. I'm just going to put that on low RPMs and just tickle the surface of my nail with it. I'm not digging in or anything, just taking that very top layer off so it roughs them up. Again, at the same angle of the nail, so you're not digging in and creating lines. It's easily done. It's really gentle, like so. I'm just going to quickly do that on the rest of the nails. Okay, I've just done that quickly. As you can see, I'm just going to file my nails to shape now, so I am going to tape them in just slightly. Just make them a little bit more slim. It's not obviously almond, but it's also not as oval would be. I'm sort of going for like in the middle. I'm just making sure that when I do file them, I check them from every angle after every bit of filing that I do, because it's really easy to get them perfect in one angle and then look from a different one and them look crazy. So just make sure to keep up with that as you go along, and you can make tweaks to them when you notice you've gone a bit off track. Straighten off at the bottom, and then again flipping them over to double check. I will briefly file at the end of the service as well, but I do want to make sure that they're as close to what I'm going to want them like as possible. So that's them filed to shape. I know they're not all the same length, but it's fine. I don't care, to be honest. So that's what I'm sticking with. The middle one needs a bit of a tweak there. There we go, it's there. So yeah, I'm happy with those. So I'm going to obviously infill them for the video, but just not at the moment because I'm just about to have a client in. So I'll rough them up a little bit more after this client's gone, cut off my excess skin that needs going, and then I will join you a bit later on today for the infill. Hello again. So we're back. I've just done 2 clients because my second one was a bit early. So this is what they look like at the moment. As you can see, they look a bit wet, but that's just because I've just sanitized. I've just used this cleansing spray that I get from Sally's, and it's literally just isopropyl alcohol with blue color in it. So that's all that's in there. So I'm obviously just going to start off by base coating. I'm just waiting for that cleanse layer to cure, and then I'm going to use a rubber base coat and my Glitterbels Builder Gel. I'm actually going to use my Glitterbels Builder Gel with a brush, just because I find it a bit easier to get a neat application on myself when I use a smaller actual gel brush. I'm going to use this to apply it and then use the bottle brush. So I'm just going to go in with, I think I'm just going to do my thumb for now. So I'm just getting my base coat and I'm going to pull back the skin surrounding the nail to make it easier for me to coat the whole nail without touching the skin. So it makes you look a bit crazy, but it makes it a lot easier when that skin is out of the way. Making sure to cap the free edge all the way around. I tend to do that like near the beginning of starting a nail, just so then as I go over the free edge like this constantly, it will pull off any excess that I don't want. And then I'm just going to make sure I've got enough on my brush, but not loads. It's going to flood to just spread over the cuticle area. I'm using that very corner of my brush to get as close as I can, preferably obviously without touching. If I do, just make sure to remove it before it goes in the lamp. There we go, and then I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a full cure. And I'll do that separately to my other nails and my thumb, just to make sure that I don't move any of the gel around while I'm curing my thumb, because obviously while my thumb's straight, my fingers are lopsided, and while my fingers are straight like this, my thumb is on the side, so it doesn't really work either way. So I always cure these four and my thumb separately. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be using my Builder Gel on a separate brush. I'm using the Cover Pink one, by the way, from Glitterbels. The brush is nice and clean. I'm just going to get some of the Builder Gel on my brush. Don't need a lot to start with. I'm just going to zoom in now. And then we can use that to apply the builder. I'm not applying any sort of coverage at this point. I'm literally just putting the Builder Gel where I want it to go. It's so easy to get a nice a nice neat application with this sort of brush. This brush is just from Diamond Glitters. It is their gel brush, gel number 6. Now once I've done that, I will then go in with my bottle brush, because the product that I put on with my bottle brush now will automatically flow to where I've just applied the builder with that smaller brush. Littler definitely is not a word. So I'm just applying that like I would a polish really. I've not put loads on. I'm just going over to even it out. I don't want it to be too thick towards the free edge. And then if I feel like I need to, I will go in with a detailer brush and just make sure that the gel is everywhere that I want it to be, and nice and even. I want it to get nice and neat. And then once I've done that, I am going to pop a little bit more just at the cuticle area, just a little bead like so. I'm just going to take that to and fro and then downwards a bit. That is it. I am pointing my thumb slightly downwards, so that does naturally fall where I want it. I am just going to use my detail brush to just pull that to where I want it to go. So I don't want the side walls to be too thick, which is why I've placed it in the middle, and I'm just pulling it to the side walls manually with my little brush, so I don't end up with too much there. And then I'm just going to pull that to the free edge to blend it out. like so. And once I've done that and I'm happy with the application, I will pop it into the lamp. This bit over here is a little bit too bulky. I'm going to be putting a second coat on, but the second coat's going to be really thin just to even it out a little bit. So I really want to make sure that this one is how I want it to be. Like so. And then once I'm happy with how that looks, which I am, and the line of light's nice and neat, I'm going to pop that straight into the lamp and cure that for a full cure. Okay, so my second coat, I'm going to go in again with my gel brush. I'm just applying that all over the nail. Do a little bit more. And that's that nail. That's how I'm leaving it. I wouldn't actually use normal builder gels as thin as I've just used this one, but I feel like the Glitterbels one is almost like destined to be thinner. But to be fair, the application is not like really thin. It's not completely flat. Obviously it is, it's not got a major apex at all, but that's just because it's my nails. That's just how I do mine, because I like them nice and thin. And obviously it works for me, so that's fine. But obviously on a client, I would build the structure and everything. So yeah, I'm just going to do my other nails off camera now, because I've not got long before my next client, and I want to get a design in for this video as well. I don't want it to be like an hour long. So I'm going to quickly do that, and then we're going to do a quick design using the new, what are they called, like the black speckled sort of effect polishes from the Gelbox UK, because they're just stunning and I need to use them. So we're going to do something with those once I am ready, basically. Right, so I'm back. I can't actually remember where I left this video off, but it's literally been about, I'm just tying my hair up, mind 1 second. It's literally been about 4 days since I filmed the last section of this video, because it was a Friday that I was filming it. I ran out of time, I was here really late, I went home, and then obviously today is Monday and this is the first time I've come back. So I did finish off my left hand, but I've also, over the weekend, cracked this nail, which obviously isn't good, and to be fair, it's my own fault, they are way too long, but it's quite far across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to square off my nails. Basically, I've decided to just do it because I know everyone's going to disagree with me, because everyone seems to love my nails rounded, but I just don't, I'm not a fan, you know. So I'm going to square them off. So I'm just going to ever so gently just take them down. Just caught this middle one as well while I was just doing my last client, and it's just proved that where they are is just not helpful for me. So it's about time I did something about it. My skin is literally right there, because the backs of my, like the skin behind my nails grows quite long, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just being really careful of that. Just getting that nail out from underneath. I'm not going to do a design in this video, because it has turned out to be much longer than I wanted it to be anyway without the design. So I'm just going to finish it here, basically. I'm going to just do my other hand off camera, because it'll be much easier. I'm just going to file these to shape now. They're obviously not going to be completely square, because they're not long enough to be cut down to square at the moment. This file is rubbish. So I'm just using my hand file now to get them where I want them. too bad, to be fair. Obviously, as they start to grow out, I will just keep filing them down to the square shape to get that better. At the moment, they're just a little bit too tapered still, but it's fine. We'll get there over time. By the time I next do my nails, I'll be able to be proper square. My pinky and ring finger and thumb are not too bad, to be fair. So it's all good. So anyway, that is the end of this video. I'm not going to drag it out much longer. I do need to just pop a bit of oil on. And then I will obviously be doing some design videos on these nails, and everyone seems to like the short nail design videos anyway, so it's worked out quite well. But yeah, this is what they look like. Thank you so much. That's a dink that I've done with the e-file. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back soon with, like I said, that is actually peel off base coat, because I went to do a design earlier and then ended up not having time, so it's all over me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye!